Voters across central Indiana have experienced problems with absentee voting by mail, leading to confusion and frustration as the election draws near. WRTV Investigates Kara Kenny has been digging into those issues and how voters are still finding a way to cast their ballots.
Some voters never received their mail-in absentee ballots, even though they requested them back in September. Ellen Hodge and her husband didn't get theirs, so they ended up waiting 2 hours to vote early at Cranert Park.
And I'm immunosuppressed, so being in a long line with a lot of people is not the ideal way for me to vote.
Linda Stegner of Speedway never got her mail-in ballot either.
You shouldn't have to jump through hoops for this.
She's disabled but voted early in person on Thursday.
Because I want my vote to count, and if my candidate loses by 1 vote, I don't want it to be my vote.
It's still not clear what happened to their ballots. Marion County says they sent them, and the U.S. Postal Service says they have not had any widespread delays. As of Thursday, of the 94,000 ballots mailed, 75,000 have been returned in Marion County. That's more than 18,000 or 20% that have still not been returned. WRTV Investigates has uncovered other problems with absentee voting. Voters are getting conflicting information about whether they can change their mind on how to vote. Charlotte Hess of Bloomington requested an absentee ballot because she's over 65, but now she wants to vote early in person to make sure her ballot is counted in time.
It's a democracy. We want to defend that democracy.
She says the Monroe County Election Office told her she could not change her mind and vote early in person because she already had a mail-in ballot.
That's a problem.
Both the Monroe County Election Supervisor and clerk declined our request to speak on camera, but in an email, the election supervisor told us a voter cannot change their mind after they have a ballot sent to them. The Indiana Election Division and Secretary of State's office say a voter can vote in person if their original absentee ballot is lost, spoiled, or defective.
That is inconsistent with the Indiana election statute, and it's also inconsistent with past practice. As recently as June, there were voters who were allowed to change their mind, not use the mail-in ballot that they requested, and vote in person.
Here's what you can do. On Election Day itself, you can surrender your absentee ballot and vote in person. If you want to hand deliver your absentee ballot to your county, just remember it's due by noon on Election Day. And if you did not get a mail-in ballot, just show up on Election Day and poll workers will give you an affidavit to sign. Voters like Charlotte, Linda, and Ellen say they won't let hiccups stop them from voting, but they're worried it may discourage others. Working for you, Kara Kenny, WRTV.
Monroe County, the Indiana Election Division and Secretary of State's office responded to WRTV by email, and you can read their full responses in this story on the WRTV app and our website, WRTV.com. If you have problems voting, the number for the Election Protection Hotline is 866-OUR-VOTE. The Lawyers Committee on Civil Rights under Law and Common Cause helps staff the hotline and can answer your questions.